Psychic Marla Mitchell is in the studio, and she is every Wednesday from 8 to 9 a.m. How's it going, Marla?
It's good. I feel kind of loopy today, but
I know it's one of those days. I think it's the snow that just throws everything off, and no one wants to really do anything. Yeah.
Well, we're not going to work today. We're going to play.
We are going to play. And if you have a birthday today in numerology, what year?
Happy birthday. It's December 16th, I believe. Yes.
I think
remember.
so.
Yes. Okay. And you were in a personal year 9. So this is a very important year. And Mollie just went through it. Mm-hmm. And so it's the end of the cycle. The cycle runs from 1 to 9, and then it goes back to 1 again. So this, as you can imagine, a personal year 9 is important because this is the end of the cycle where you have to wrap up business, reach conclusions, tie up loose ends. You need to do this because whatever you let go of, it's like cleaning out the clutter in your life. So whatever you let go of this year will be replaced tenfold next year in a 1 year. So you do want to let go of those relationships that aren't supportive. You do want to change jobs if you've been thinking about it and afraid to. This is the year to do it. You do want to move or change anything in your life that has been keeping you stuck. It's very, very important because whatever you don't let go of this year, it will, if it's supposed to go, it will be forced on you next year and make your 1 year more difficult. And then the new opportunities will be delayed or not even happen because you resisted the change. Ooh. So you want to go with change this year. Yeah. It's very, very valuable.
Yeah. And the change is really scary. Like in my 9 year, I mean, it was major, like big new job and just
you
so
moved.
much. Yeah, I moved too. Yeah. And dealing with a lot of difficult people, and it was not easy. So
it's easy. And in one of my 9 years, of course, I got divorced, and that was scary. But I knew it was coming, and I didn't really plan it, but it just happened. And I went, well, okay, I was listening to to what my guidance was. So 9 year, make your changes. It's strongest now. So November, December, January, because your birthday's the end of the year, you then go into your 1 fairly quickly because of the new year. It switches right away into a 9 year in numerology. Long story, we'll go there, but it'll take you into your 1 year fairly soon. So you kind of get it all, consolidated here in this month. So hang on. It may not be a fun month.
Well, and especially with the holidays. I mean, that's difficult for pretty much everyone too.
Yeah, especially if you have a loss or, you're alone or something like that or some changes. Yeah, it's not
definitely.
good. So.
Well, Psychic Marla Mitchell is taking your calls while she's here on 94.3 The X, 1-800-595-2943, 1-800-595-2943. I think everyone is asleep this morning. Probably not working.
We could talk about, until the phone rings, we could talk about what I had happen in our house.
You had a ghost follow you home. And that's like very rare because you've got crystals everywhere. Your house is like a fortress.
Yes.
But where
I put this item, so I went to Goodwill, Goodwill, and I was buying some old dishes to do mosaics with. And I didn't think anything of it, didn't smudge them when I came in. I put them in my workshop. And lo and behold, a couple days later, I noticed that this old antique clock we had with an open door on it, the door was wide open. And it's a friction close. You have to push it shut and pull it open. And I went, uh-oh. And I asked my husband, he goes, no, I didn't touch the clock. And I went, uh-oh. And I hadn't smudged the house in those few days.
Yeah.
So I smudged the whole house, and I trapped the ghost in a corner of one room, and I talked to it, and it was a gentleman he was fairly young. He had taken his own life, and the plates were his mother's. And he was really attached to those plates and came home with me and the plates. And so I just said, why haven't you gone to the other side? And he was afraid because he took his own life. He was going to go someplace other than his mom. Yeah. So he stayed with the plates because they reminded him of her. Yeah. And so long story short, I said, she's over there waiting for you. You need to go. I will take care of the plates. I didn't tell them I was going to break them into a million pieces.
It's probably a good thing, though.
Yeah. So I sent him on his way, and everything is good now. So
good. Yeah. Good. Oh. Wow. Like when you walk into Goodwill or certain stores, like, do you feel that heavy energy?
I can feel spirits, and antique stores especially. Yeah.
I bet. Because
ghosts will attach to possessions. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
okay,
very
so
crazy.
we have some calls that we will take. 94.3 The X, who's this? Hello, 94.3 The X, who's this?
Nicole.
Hey, Nicole, what's your question for Marla?
I feel like I'm kind of at a fork in the road with my marriage, and just kind of lost as to what I should, kind of what direction I should go, if I should try to keep it going a little longer, or if it just looks like something I should go my own way on.
Okay, Nicole, can you, if you want to give me a fake name, give me the name of your husband?
Tyler.
Tyler. Okay. All right. Let me do a quick spread and just see where the relationship is headed without you making any choices right now. Okay. Let's just kind of see what's going on there, if you're okay with that. Oh, my. Okay. I will tell you in a minute what that oh my card was.
It doesn't sound like a good
Mollie
oh my.
went, oh. So, okay, I'll look at you guys on a teeter-totter as well. Okay, Nicole and Tyler. He feels very, now this is my interpretation. I put people on a teeter-totter, and I always put the client on the left and then the person they're talking about or the experience on the right. And so you're on the left, and you feel to be a little bit angry and waiting for something, and he feels to be very distant, and almost like, I'll use the word clueless, or either careless, not caring, like hope is not there. I just feel a lot of distance between you. I feel more anger from you and more frustration and kind of waiting and maybe almost tired of waiting. When I look at the cards, it's going to take a huge leap of faith for this to work. I'm not saying it won't, but it will take a leap of faith. I got the leap of faith card. The card that I went, oh my, to is the death card. So it is headed today at this point. It is headed in that direction, death. Okay. Again, it doesn't mean you can't change it. You have free will. He has free will. So both of you can go to counseling. You can do what you want to do with the relationship. It is really up to you two. But if no one does anything, it is headed in a direction that is, it's going to end. For you, this feels to be more beneficial for you, the letting go and the process of a divorce. I show new opportunities coming in for you. Of course, you're the one that's calling in. I'm not reading him. And I do show that you will be fine. You will come out of this okay. Not that there's not going to be some sorrow or sadness, but it is going to strengthen you. Are you by any chance either a Scorpio or a Leo?
I'm a Leo.
You're the Leo. Well, okay, I pulled your card. It ended on that, which I just said. It pulls up strength for you and courage. So you can do this. You can get through this. You can pick yourself up, put on your big girl panties and your boots, and you can do this. It's not going to be easy. I lost Mollie there.
Oh my God.
But if one way we can make decisions is to take all emotion, fear, worry, all of that out of your equation, and then ask your heart, what feels right for me? What is for my highest good? And ask your spirit that. And it feels like today it's headed, south, so to speak. Okay?
Yeah.
So, but this is never an easy decision. Don't rush into it. If you've been thinking about this for a while, just keep asking what's for my highest good. Okay? But you will be fine. I'm not saying he won't, but I get that you will be fine, and this will strengthen you.
Been recently diagnosed with bipolar, and he doesn't think he needs medication and things like that. And so I'm kind of worried about him, being too emotionally affected. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, I don't know much about bipolar. I've been around it a little bit, but it is, there's different degrees of it. Okay. And some people need to be medicated. Some people can get by with meditation, exercise, diet, things like that. I don't know if he's trying all those things.
No,
he's not, because that's what, if it was me, that's what I would try first, is diet, exercise, meditation, to see if I could, manage it. And then if not, then you have to go the more other extreme of medication. But it's hard for those around the person to be with someone like that, because they don't understand what they're putting out. The bipolar person, they don't understand what they're doing to everybody else. They can only see their part of it.
Yeah.
And it's hard. And it's like an unconscious selfishness, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And they don't realize it, but they're hurting everyone around them. Unconsciously. Let me just say that for those of you who are listening who are bipolar, it hurts everyone, just like depression. Depression, it is a form of that, and it can make everyone around you upset and sad too. So, is he getting doctor's care at all?
No, he's refusing any care. He's diabetic too, so he's not doing anything to take care of himself, and I kind of feel like he's just kind of giving up, you know.
Yeah, and then if you get the divorce, then you might feel guilty.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, but you understand, we can't fix or do anyone's lesson for them, right?
Yeah.
We can't. We can offer support. We can take them to the doctor, kicking, screaming, and all of that stuff. But you can't shove the pills down his throat, right?
Yeah.
You can't make him exercise or meditate. It is his choice. So whether you stay or not, you need to ask yourself if you're going to get drugged down into the depth with him, okay? Or if you need to save yourself first. You know, on the airplane, what they do, remember? They say if the oxygen mask comes down, put it on yourself first. Put your mask on first. What do I need to do for me so he doesn't pull you down into this, okay?
Yeah.
Put your mask on first, okay? And then try not to go into that guilt, because he's choosing not to help himself. Now, what could happen is if you ask for divorce, if you haven't already, that could trigger him to get help.
Yeah.
But don't give it to him like an ultimatum, right? I'm going to divorce you unless. Just say, honey, this is just, here's how I feel. Here's what's going on, and it's too much, you know, whatever's going on with you. And then just say, this is what I'm thinking. Do not give ultimatums. That does not work, okay?
Yeah, I've always tried to avoid the ultimatum thing, and so that's probably why it's drug on so long. Yeah. Because, you know, other people are saying you should do the ultimatum, and I just don't agree with that. It's not in my heart.
I don't agree with it either, because then you're forcing somebody. So you have to just say, you know, you do what you need to do. I'm going to do what I need to do to save myself. And then if he comes to that conclusion on his own that he wants help so that he can work with you in the marriage, then that's good, because then he's willing to change for himself. But you got to treat it like an addiction, like an alcoholic or a drug addict. You can't give them an ultimatum and drag them to rehab. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
He has to be ready. Yes. Yeah. So this is you taking care of you, little Leo. You have the courage and the strength, and no ultimatums. Just tell him how you feel.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Hang
Thanks,
in there.
Nicole. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Lizzie?
Hey, Lizzie. What's your question for Marla?
So I've kind of been hanging out with this guy for the last couple of years, and I've kind of grown really fond of him. I'm just wondering if we're going to move to the next level, or if it's always just going to be this.
Friends. Just friends. Yes. Can you give me a name, even if it's a fake one?
Anders?
Anders. That's a great fake name. Okay. I'm like, oh, okay. Let's see what we get. There you are. There he is. Okay, I'm pulling Pisces. Yes or no? Are you Pisces? Leo?
No.
Gemini? No. Okay.
No, he's Gemini.
He's Gemini. Okay. Mm-hmm. I got Leo and Pisces. All right, so those going to imply other things. I'll look at you guys on a teeter-totter. Lizzie and Anders. At this point, you're more interested in it than he is. Do you understand that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're more wanting to take it to the lovers committed kind of thing than he is. When that's what the cards show, because it's all female, and then it shows the lover's card, the strong desire. Now, I'm not saying he is opposed to friends with benefits, but, and I don't want to know if you're already doing that, none of my business. But going to a monogamous, committed girlfriend-boyfriend relationship, you're going to have to say something if you haven't already, and don't hint at it. You may have to just be more blunt, right?
Okay.
Okay. And then see what he says. Now, that always sets you up for rejection, right?
Yes.
But it's better to know than to keep hanging on and guessing, so that you can, if he says no, right. If he says no,
then you can move on and find someone who will say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll just bring up something personal here. Several years ago, I was dating someone. We weren't really dating. We were just friends, but we were hiking and doing all these things together. And he never would make a move, so to speak, right? Mm-hmm. And so I just said, all right, I'm tired of all this blankety blanking around. And so I just said, okay, are you interested in me romantically at all? And he goes, no.
Oh my God.
And that's kind of what
just so like,
he just said, no.
so, wow.
And he was honest. And my heart went, ugh. And then I went, okay, then why are we hanging out like this? He goes, because you're fun to hang out with. And I went, well, I was thinking something else, you know.
Yeah,
He goes, not interested. And I went, okay. So that was the end of that. And I moved on. And then I met my husband.
Well, there we go.
So it's better to know it hurts at first, you know, because your ego plummets and you get rejected. But I'm not saying he will, but you need to know so you don't hang on too long.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
welcome.
Thanks, Lizzie. It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
This is Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Hey, Todd. Have you popped the question yet?
What's that?
Is this the Todd that keeps calling in?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Have you popped the question yet to the other Pisces?
Oh, no, not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Why not?
We're still just trying to write it out, you know what I mean? Just, no, I don't want to rush anything.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have to ask you a question first. The fact that you keep calling back every week, does that mean you're happy with my readings?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I just want some good feedback. All right. What can I help you with today?
I'm actually looking at possibly a new job or like a new career.
Okay. So we're going to
Can you
talk.
help me out with like a, because I feel in my heart that it's someone's telling me to move on to something else. I've had a couple of options being thrown at me, and I'm like, should I do it or should I not?
Okay. Let me just see if that opportunity is something you should take seriously, the ones you've been thrown at. Let's see here. Happiness, a lot on your plate. Emperor. Interesting. Ooh. When I say ooh, it's usually the death card. Unless you're Scorpio. Are you Scorpio? No, you're Pisces. That's right.
Pisces, yep.
Okay. So are you thinking of doing something completely different? Because that's what the death card means.
No, actually something similar to what I'm doing now, just more opportunity, though.
Would you have to quit your current job to do this?
Yes.
Meaning it's not with the same company, right?
No.
Okay. That's okay. The death card means quit, leave, or firing or layoff or something like that, or retirement. So you have the death card coming in. So for the new job, whatever this is, it's not with the same company like a promotion. This is something with an entirely different company where you would have to leave and do something different. And I show, even though you say it's similar, there is something different about it because it's showing me, it may have some of your gifts, but it's going to be in a different realm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I have skill sets for the same. If this makes sense, I can work for the same company, but it has different areas that I'm also skilled for as well.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
if that.
Okay, so, but what I'm saying is leave the company you're with. I'm not telling you to quit, but I'm just saying what I'm seeing is you leaving this company, going to another, and doing a job that is different than what you're doing now. Okay?
Okay.
It may not be vastly different, but it is different. Like, say, if you were a mechanic on airplanes, then you could still be working in the airplane industry, but you'd be doing something else with airplanes, right?
Right.
That kind of thing. Okay. All right. So that looks favorable. Anytime you have a decision to make, remember what I tell everybody is close your eyes, take out your fears, your anger, your worry, your stuff about money and all affording it and savings and starting over with vacation and all the things you think about. Take all those fears out. And would you do it if you weren't afraid? And that's
Okay, gotcha.
And then once you do that, if you get, I don't know, then you need to wait. If you get, hell yeah, I'd jump on it, then that's your answer. Okay?
Okay, yeah, that's the answer I'm getting to.
Okay, well,
Just
hell
go
yeah,
for it.
jump on it.
Okay.
And jump
All
on
right.
pop in the question, okay, Todd? You do it on Christmas, okay?
Okay.
Please don't let me down.
She's probably listening.
I know she probably is.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah, she probably is listening. All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, oops. It's 94 through the X. Who's
terrible.
this? 94 through the X. Who's this?
George.
George. What's your question for Marla?
Okay. I've been with my wife for 23 years, and just lately it's been going very bad, like downhill, like a lot of problems. And we have 2 kids, and they're 20 and 18. And I just wanted to know if, it's going to get better or...
If there's any hope?
Yes.
Okay, can you give me her first name? Just a fake one if you want.
Norma.
Norma. Okay, Norma and George. Okay, so let me pull some cards, and then I'll also look at you and Norma on the teeter-totter. You've been married 23 years. Okay, and then just with the yes or no, whether it's her sign or yours, I did pull a Virgo card. Yes or no?
No.
Aries card is coming in as well.
Me.
That's you. You're the Aries. Okay. All right. Let me look at this for a second. There's that. And then I'll look at you guys on a teeter-totter. She's more mad, angry at you, or frustrated with you, and there's something going on there where she may not be speaking up, or she may not be telling you what she's feeling, but I feel her just holding it in or biting her tongue and not expressing what she's upset about. You, I just feel like almost like you're done. Like you're just, man, this is just so hard. I just can't keep guessing or trying to figure out what she wants, or I'm just so tired of, what's going on back and forth. Does this make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Can you get her to talk at all, or does she just yell and scream or whatever?
When I try and talk to her, she just goes off the deep end. She just starts screaming.
Yeah, that's what yell and scream. Okay, that's what I said. Okay. Okay. She is having a hard time expressing herself. Have you guys tried counseling? Or does she want to?
No, not ever.
Never. Do you?
I have mentioned it to her, but yeah, she always tells me that she doesn't need it, that I don't want to need it.
Yeah. People who are, this is my assumption or interpretation, people who are afraid of counseling do not want to hear the truth. Because when you go to counseling, if you're with a good therapist or counselor, they will point out both of you guys's, both sides, both parties, I don't want to say errors, but problems. And so if someone's not willing to own their problems, then they don't want to be told what they are, right? And they're not going to want to go to counseling because then they're going to have to deal with it. And we all have our baggage. We all have our problems, but not everyone wants to hear it from a third party. So she's avoiding it because she knows she has her stuff and you have your stuff. At this point, I did not pull the death card like the earlier caller. I did pull that you were the one that's wanting it more than she is, and that... Oh, there's a death card. I just turned the card over and went, there's a death card. So it is headed that direction. It was the card that I pulled after the spread. So the first one up, meaning it's not as imminent as the first caller, but it is headed that direction. So,
but things could change, right?
If you can convince her to go to therapy or counseling or just to work on it and to communicate with you without yelling and screaming. Okay. And one way to do that is don't yell and scream back, right? Or don't raise your voice. If you change your reaction to her and just stay quiet and let her rant and rage and then try to figure out what she's saying underneath all that, like, I hear your fear or I hear your worry. It's not about what she's bringing up, like, you never do this, you never do that, right? Instead, just say, I hear that you're concerned about my contribution to the family or about money or whatever it is. If you can figure out what she's yelling and screaming about, the deeper issue, then you have something to talk about and she'll calm down. But she's not feeling heard. And probably you aren't either because she's yelling and screaming at you. But that's a starting point. If you guys can talk
Okay.
And just kind of, you don't react, the same way. You react in a different way and stay very calm when she's yelling. It's kind of hard to do that when someone's in your face, right?
No, yes.
Yeah. And you have to be the Aries, which is what you are, because the Aries is coming in. You got to man up, okay? And you got to you got to be the adult here, and you got to be strong, right? And because she's acting like the child, okay? And you have to be the adult here and let her rant and rage and hold her tantrum, and then try to talk her into coming back into her adultness and talk to you like a civil person, right? But don't match her energy. You be the adult, all right?
Okay.
And if that doesn't get you anywhere, then you go to counseling for you, okay?
Okay.
So that you can heal this. All right. Thanks a lot, George.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
It's 94.3 The X. So many good calls this morning.
Yeah,
and
tough ones.
Tough ones. But they're good. They're still good.
It's relationships. And for whatever reason, the holidays bring up relationship issues. Because there's money issues. There's family reunions. There's people visiting you don't want to see.
Yeah.
There's, I'm not going to say anything. And there's all kinds of things that pop up the holidays.
Yeah, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
It just all just kind of comes at us. Doing some more dancing back here.
Banging into the mic.
Obviously we are having fun.
We're having fun here in the holidays.
Psychic Marla Mitchell is in the studio. It's 94.3 The X. All three of our lines are totally filled up. That is awesome.
Hang on, people. We'll get to you.
And if you want to continue to try calling in, our number is 1-800-595-2943. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
This is Jean.
Hey, Jean. What's your question for Marla?
I have a question on I don't know how much detail, but...
as little as possible.
Okay. What is going on, I'm curious, with me at night?
What's going on with you at night?
Sleeping.
That's as little as possible. Okay, let me just see, because I don't like to be fed information. I like to just kind of see what's going on. Let me flip some cards and see if I can get it. And if not, you'll have to give me more detail. But let me just look. Okay, so, and it's Jean with a J.
J.
Okay. Okay, here's what I'm seeing, and please give me feedback, yes or no, you're absolutely wrong, or whatever, because I don't care.
Whoa. Can you turn down the radio in the background, please?
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, it was off down, but it was probably not.
Okay.
The ghost turned it back up.
Yeah,
okay.
it did.
What I'm seeing is when you go to sleep, there is a male visitor.
Oh.
In your dreams, not in your house.
Oh.
Mollie's going,
I'm like, what?
You're being visited by a male. So either there's a male on the other side that is wanting to commune with you that you've lost, or there is a male spirit of some kind trying to communicate with you. You may be, like myself, a sensitive, psychic, clairvoyant, clairaudient, but there is someone on the other side trying to communicate with you. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a male, but I've been, every night something's happening with me.
Okay. Do you wake up from it, or are you just waking up in terror? What's going on?
Sometimes it's very peaceful, and sometimes I'm scared.
Okay.
And last night I got pulled out of my bed. The other night I was hugged.
Wow.
So it's I feel it's male. I don't feel it's someone like my dad's on the other side. I don't feel it's anyone that is looking out for you in a good way. So I'm not going to say anything like he's going to hurt you.
You're right.
But I do feel, here's what I would do. Okay. Do you have a smudge stick?
No.
Okay. You need to go get a smudge stick, which is sage. And usually it has juniper, sweetgrass, other things in it. There's different flavors of sage. There's white sage and regular sage. I prefer regular. Some people like the white because it smells different. You need to smudge your bedroom, okay, and your bed. And if it were me, I would also go get a crystal of any kind, a quartz crystal, and either put it near your bedside, like on your dresser or your nightstand or your windowsill, Or you could even, they have them already strung on a string, a fish line, hang it above your bed. And that's supposed to help with dreams and sleeping if you have a crystal above your bed. Or even a Native American dream catcher might help as well. Or all three.
Yeah, I've been drawn to the dream catchers lately for some reason. So
go get a dream catcher or make your own. Order it on the internet. Whatever you need to do. I would absolutely get a smudge stick with it. Now the smudge stick, the sage stick, is Native American as well. Most people don't realize that.
Yeah,
it is Native American. So put that with your dream catcher, and you should be okay. The other thing you could do, the last thing, is you could wear. Excuse me. You could wear a crystal. Like a pendant. I have several that I just change out on a chain, and sometimes it's agate, sometimes it's citron, amethyst, and just wear that to bed because those are for protection as well. Okay? But you were being visited.
Yeah, I know, and I'm completely awake, and
you're an open portal, so you need to protect yourself. A lot of times people like myself, I didn't know how to do it either until I was in my mid 30s to 40s, and I started meditating, and I learned how to control the portal, or my mind, so to speak. But until you learn how to turn that on and off, you're just a walking portal sponge, and people will, it's like the movie, what was it? I See Dead People. What is that? Oh, Sixth Sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're like that.
Oh, geez.
yes.
And they're coming in, but the one I sensed most recently was a male, and really trying to get your attention. He could have been the one that pulled you out of bed, right? And you may be bringing in a female another time who's more loving, but the male is pretty aggressive, and he's not mad. He's wanting you to hear him, and he wants to tell you something, but you may not want to hear it because it could be how he died.
Are these all people that have passed, do you think? Or?
These are all people who are, they're ghosts. But they're coming through in your sleep because you're more open in your sleep. But I don't feel like it's weird. I don't feel like they're in your house as much as they're, like they're not there all the time. They're there when you go to sleep. So when we this is my theory, when we go to sleep at night, part of our spirit, our soul, leaves the body, okay? And then just enough of it stays behind to keep the heart beating, the blood circulating. But most of our spirit leaves at night, and it goes to another realm, which is the dream world. And we can connect with people on the other side, which are our loved ones, which is why you have loving dreams sometimes. But it also opens you up to ghosts who may come through, find the portal, and then want you to help them. Okay? But they're not there all the time. They're coming through when you sleep.
Right.
Because that's when you're most vulnerable. So I would protect myself at night. If it was me, I'd wear the crystal all the time on my neck chain or my wrist or ring. But then definitely seal that bedroom up, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Right. Please call back and keep us posted, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jean.
It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Bambi.
Hey, Bambi. What's your question for Marla?
Mine is kind of in the same avenue as the other caller. Just being very, very disturbed at night, and I'm wondering if what is here or plaguing me is actually human.
Yours is in the house.
Human?
Yours is in your house.
Yeah.
Okay. Not to scare you. I just had a ghost in my house. They you can get freaked out. Or you can go, like my husband did, half believing, half not. Or you can do what I did and just go, all right, I'm going to get rid of this guy. So there's something in your house, and it feels to be male. I'm going to go male again. But I don't feel malicious. I feel more kind of teasing, like mine was, maybe moving things, opening things, doing things like that. I would smudge the house. He does tend to hang in a certain room. Do you know which room that is?
Yep.
Okay, then smudge the heck out of that room. Now, here's what I used to do when I used to do house cleansings. Smudge the whole house except that room he's in at first. Then he's trapped in that room. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because they don't like smudge. So you smudge the whole house, even the garage. You don't have to go into the attic or anything, but just do the basement, the whole house. And then he's trapped in that room. He can't go anywhere but up to the light. And then at the very end, you smudge the room where he hides. And then just keep saying, go to the light. I know it sounds very much like Phoebe on Friends, like very, but seriously, tell him to go to the white light. Tell him to go be with his loved ones. They're waiting for him. And then just send him on. He will go because he can't go anywhere else then if you trap him in that room. Okay?
Okay.
But do it with smudge, and then you might just continue to lay some crystals. You know, you can go to Bluestone, get a handful of little quartz crystals, and lay them around in that room, or put them up on the curtain rod if you have little ones. But just put some crystals in there so he won't come back. But that seems to be a room that maybe is favorable to ghosts, and so you don't want any other repeats. Okay.
What has this ghost been doing that you've been feeling his presence?
Wake me up at night is one. Messing with my lights. He loves my lights and my fire thing. Smoke detector.
Yeah.
I've been replacing batteries monthly on that thing.
Wow.
And it keeps going off. It went off last night when my lights were going. My lights started flickering, and then my smoke alarm went off. And I knew it was him. I kind of got the feeling of I know who he is and what he is. And I'm wondering if he's messing with one of my boys.
Yes, I hear "of course" in my head, and it's again, it's not mean spirited. It's just wanting to get your attention and wanting to be entertained. Earthbound spirits love to watch us, hang around us. They have fun. Yeah. It's kind of fun to tease people and to see people get scared, but nothing where he would hurt anybody in the family. Okay.
Okay.
But it does feel... Now, it's weird because I heard the word crazy uncle. Do you have an uncle that was like that? Crazy uncle. I don't know if that just came out of nowhere. It popped in my head. And maybe that's what he calls himself. I'm just a crazy uncle. But I heard the word crazy uncle. So I'm not saying it.
Okay.
If you have a relative who was an uncle or a great uncle that was ornery like that, it could be him. But either way, you want him to go up where he belongs.
Right, and move him on.
And move him on, okay? And you can get sage, at Whole Foods, Sprouts, Northern Lights, Bluestone. You can get it anywhere, yeah.
Wow.
Okay? And Natural Grocers has it. Or you can go out and pick your own sage. Of course, it's kind of cold right now, but... Yeah.
Right.
I bought mine at Sprouts. Yeah. That was another easy place to find it. So, all right. Well, thanks, Bambi, and good luck.
Thanks. Can I have one more question?
If it's real quick.
What cycle am I in on the numerology thing?
Oh, give me your birth month and day.
3/24.
3/24. Okay. So that's a 9, and then you're going into. This is 18. Ooh, you're going into a 9.
Ooh.
So what I just talked about this morning, letting go. So this is your year of change and release, and be willing to let go of anything that you're being asked to let go of. Okay?
Okay.
Change. All right.
All right. Thanks, Bambi.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
It's 94.3 VX. Who's this?
Catherine.
Hey, Catherine. What's your question for Marla?
It's the anniversary of my grandfather's passing, and I'm just been really thinking about him lately, and I've just been kind of wondering how he's doing.
First name for him, please?
Paul.
Paul. Did Paul wear a lot of plaid?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
I saw a gentleman with plaid come in very strong, and I also feel... he either he had dentures or bridges or something missing his teeth. He liked to smile, but he had some teeth issues. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yep, it does.
Okay. He's doing great. He's like, oh, thanks for thinking of me. He's very happy that you thought of him, that you are concerned about him. He is fine. He's giving you a red rose, which means love. And he's acting like, oh, I got to go. I'm really busy up here. I got a lot going on, man. And I just feel like he's very, very active. And I'm guessing he was very active in life as well.
Yes.
And he continues to be so on the other side, meaning he's got projects and there's things he's doing. And my theory is up in the other world, we still do things. We still have jobs, if you want to call it that, and things that we help people, and we go about and do things just like we do here. but our intention is pure love. It's not for money. It's not for, I have to. He's up there doing things because he wants to. And I hear the word projects and just busy, busy, busy. He's doing good. He's doing good.
Handyman, yeah.
He's the handyman. Yeah, that's exactly what I saw.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, if you want to wear plaid in his honor at Christmas, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, thank you, Catherine.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks. It's 94.3 The X. We've got to take another quick commercial break, and we'll be right back for just a couple more minutes with psychic Marla Mitchell here on 94.3 The X. So many juicy things we were just talking about that we cannot talk about on the air.
No.
It's unprofessional.
Well, we could probably get sued. So.
Yeah, probably.
You ask about something, I'm going, well, here's what I think. And,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, if only I could say. We're getting a call in here. Psychic Marla Mitchell is in the studio for just a couple more minutes at 1-800-595-2943. 943. Oh, dang it. Call back. 1-800-595-2943. 1-800-595-2943. 1-800-595-2943. Here we go. Yep. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Melinda.
Hey, Melinda. What's your question for Marla?
Well, I right now am just in a lot of confusion with relationship issues.
Of course you are. How can I help you?
Around the holidays, I have a lot of confusion with my life in general and just where relationship-wise it's going to go or if it's not going to go anywhere.
You got a first name for me? You can make it up if you want for him. Like Paul. You want to call him Paul?
Paul. There you go, Paul.
Let's call him Paul. Okay. And people are like, why if I give a fake name does it help? Because it's giving permission for me to read that person if I get a name. It's like also giving me that extra little portal opening for that person. So let me look at confusing love relationship, and we've all been there on both sides, men and women. We've all been in them. Interesting. You need to take expectations out of it. So you're expecting something, and then this person, Paul or whoever, whatever, is expecting something different than you are. If I put them on a teeter-totter with you, they're actually, I'm just going to say it, not interested. Does that make sense?
Okay.
They're not interested. Not in the way that you want. And it just feels like that door is closed or closing. So whether you've been intimate or not, the door is closed or closing, they're moving on or they're just not interested. Yeah. Now for you, what I would suggest is it's always best to be and surround yourself with people who are supportive, right? People who care about you. And if he's not interested, if that's what I'm getting, and if I'm right, I'm not 100% here, but it feels that way, then you need to move on, take care of yourself, enjoy the holidays, surround yourself with friends, loved ones. There is something new coming for you, another relationship down the road. It feels to be just after January, early February. So there is hope for new love if you're willing to let this one go and focus on healing yourself, healing your heart, and then there's a new one coming fairly early in the year. Okay?
Okay.
All righty?
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right,
Thanks,
Melinda. She took that really well.
Yeah, she did. Of course, she's on the air. And
Yeah. All right, we have time for one more call. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Hi, Jacqueline.
Hey, Jacqueline. What's your question for Marla?
I have some questions about our financial situation at home.
Okay, you want to know if finances are going to improve or get worse, or?
Exactly.
Okay, let's see what I can do for you. It's always difficult around the holidays when you're trying to make ends meet into the year, and we got taxes coming up after that.
Don't remind me.
And then we get all the bills in January, right? By the
Stop
way,
it, Marla. Stop.
I'm going to say something else, people. January 5th through the 25th, Mercury goes retrograde. Yes. So don't start anything new in January. If you're going to book your spring break, book your airfare now, okay? Do all your new things now, because in January you're going to want to redo and clean out the clutter and finish projects. Now, for you, finances, there is something that is keeping you in a rut. There could be someone in your family who likes to spend money more than you do. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And so then you have to put them on a budget, or take away their credit card, or do something, because this is not good. And there's a lot of worry and concern. It is going to get better, but it's going to be, I got Hangman with the Priestess. I got Hangman card with the Priestess card. So the Priestess card is you.
Okay.
You're going to have to step up, and you're going to have to really find a way to be creative about savings, about cutting back. If you need to cut back for the holidays, have everyone make a gift. Or you just say no Christmas. You know, I had years when it was very lean with my kids, and we just didn't do gifts. We had a really nice meal, and we played games all day, and we just shared poems or things like that. Or so you can be creative, but you're going to have to curtail this person's spending, and it feels to be male.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Take away his cards, or do something. Otherwise, it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse. Okay.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thanks
a lot.
It's 94.3 The X, and we have run out of time. But will you be in here next Wednesday, or no?
No.
You're taking time off? Okay. I wasn't sure.
I'm taking time off next week. Yes.
Good. Okay.
I plan to be back here the 30th.
The 30th. Okay.
I don't know if you'll
perfect.
be here.
I will be here.
Okay. And we'll talk about New Year's resolutions, the best way to do it, to get yourself ready for the new year, and Mercury retrograde, and
Oh, Mercury retrograde. I should write a blog on that so people can
understand what it is.
Yeah. And then your workshops will probably start up in January.
Starting up in January.
Okay,
I have a Reiki
perfect.
level 1 class in January. If you want to learn energy work, Reiki, I have a level 2 in February, level 3 in April, I believe.
Okay. So you can climb your way up.
Climb your way up to being more intuitive and healing yourself and healing your pets and healing people around you if you want. Yeah.
Nice. And marlamitchell.com is how they can find you.
Yes.
marlamitchell.com for those workshops. You have all the info up there for workshops?
My rates, my classes, my hours, all that good stuff.
Okay, perfect. We'll have a Merry Christmas.
You too.
And we'll see